Hey guys, Michael here. I have a brand new xTool P2. Let's see what it takes to get this thing ready for its first time use. Now before you start digging into it and taking all the material out of it, you want to inspect your P2 and look for any visual damage to the equipment. This weighs over 100 pounds. It travels a long distance and you want to make sure there's no damage around the inside and outside. Once you're happy with that, you can dig into it and start assembling it and getting ready for use. First thing you got to do is take out the packaging. On the left and right hand side are two thumb screws. Remove the thumb screws. There's going to be one on the left and one at the top. Remove the bracket and repeat the same thing on the other side. Hang on to these in case you need to ship this off later on. Pull the gantry forward and remove the packaging from the back. Push the gantry towards the back. On the bottom front here, there's a little sticker. Underneath that sticker is a screw you need to remove. The P2 comes with a double-ended screwdriver. You're going to need the Phillips end, so stick that in there and remove the screw. With the screw removed, you can remove the crumb tray and then remove the additional packaging and material. Once you remove the packaging, you want to put it back in place. The instructions tell you to put the screw back into the base plate. I'm going to ignore that and not do that because I removed the tray quite a bit to dump out the material, the cut pieces and whatnot to fall through. Now you want to walk around your machine and remove any stickers that actually say the word remove. There's one over here on the left hand side. This locks the lid, and there's some more here in the back. You're going to be instructed to remove these screws. I'm going to go ahead and remove the stickers now. There are 6 screws in the back. Coming back to the inside of the laser, you want to move the gantry forward and back, and the laser head left and right. Make sure everything looks okay, there's no damage done. Now we need to move to the back of the P2. I want to take my double-ended screwdriver, flip it over. Using the Allen wrench side, I'm going to remove those 6 screws in the back. Once you remove the back screws, close the lid, and let's move over to the back side. On the back side, there's 5 more screws we need to remove. Make sure you get the one in the middle that's a little bit hard to see. Now we come to the most difficult part of the P2 when setting it up, is removing the back lid. We've removed the 6 screws on the inside, we closed the lid, removed the 5 screws on the back. Now do we need to remove this part. First thing you're going to do is put your fingers underneath the back edge and lift it up a little bit. Then same thing, put your fingers underneath the sides of it, and you're going to kind of lift and wiggle and pick it straight up. It has clips all along the length here. And as you're picking it up, you're loosening up and freeing the clips so that this can come up freely. You want to make sure you wiggle this and don't break it as you pick it up here. So this is the first time I'm doing it on this machine. Let's see how hard it is. I don't want to break anything, but let's try it. Ooh, it's difficult. Oh my gosh, it's hard. This one's different than my other machine. Just a tight fit. Let's try it. There we go. It took So this took a lot more force than my original P2, but it did come up. Again, don't be scared. Put your fingers underneath there and just start wiggling and working your way up until this thing comes straight up. Make sure you pick it straight up and not bend it like that. So now that we have this up, you want to visually inspect the laser tube and make sure everything looks okay. And what I can see here is everything, there's nothing cracked, so I think we're okay to move to the next step. The next thing we're going to do is fill the reservoir with distilled water and the measured amount of antifreeze. The P2 comes with a funnel and a bottle of antifreeze. You're going to use the book, and based on the average lowest temperature of your region, you want to follow that and make the correct mixture based on those numbers. Filling the P2 up with a coolant is a two-step process. First thing you do is put the antifreeze and distilled water in there, make it just following the book, and then you're going to reset the emergency stop button just by twisting it, make sure it's not engaged. Plug it in, turn it on, and let it run for a few seconds. What that's going to do is let the coolant flow through the machine, get the bubbles out, and make sure it's all filling up the tubes the way they should be. After that, you're going to turn it off. You're going to check the book, depending on what you picked, follow the next step and add the rest of the coolant. As you're doing that, make sure you keep an eye on the tank so that you're not overfilling it during the second process. Once you're finished with the back, all you have to do to put the lid back on is to line up the front of the lid. Make sure you push all the tabs down, and then you simply push down on the lid like this. You can add your screws on the back and on the inside, and you're finished with this step. So now that we have everything ready to go, we've got coolant in there, we've got all the screws and everything removed. There's two more things we need to do. You want to lift this lid. You want to make sure this gantry is actually square with the frame. Sometimes in shipping, when it comes to you, the gantry will get a little out of square from the machine. To make sure it's square, you simply move the laser head to the middle, and you want to push on both sides of this gantry, push it against the back of the frame. If one side needs to be pushed or not, you'll know, because it'll actually slip a little bit and then you'll hear the loud bang. That loud bang, it sounds scary, but it's not. The only thing that is metal on metal. The frame or the gantry hitting the frame, it sounds like this. So it's not that bad. All it is slipping on a belt and actually squaring up with the laser, or with the frame of the laser. The last thing you need to do is follow the xTool support website and follow the instructions to do a laser path test to make sure that the laser is square and going down the center of the lens, and will give you the best cut and engraving that you can do on the P2. Now, this is my personal P2, so I have one more touch I need to do. Okay, so now I can officially call it my P2. I am all finished up. I am ready to take this back out to the shop and start using this. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.
Outro music.
Bing, bing.